Timer ready?
Yeah.
And light counters ready?
Yes.
Kevin, you may begin.
So, to start off, to give a bit of historical context on this speech, after the surrender of France during World War II, Winston Churchill basically had to motivate Parliament to go all in for this war. And about a month after he takes office, he gives a series of 3 speeches, the last of which is called Their Finest Hour. And so I'm going to be talking about that speech today. So first of all, he uses a lot of imagery in this speech. He talks about the sunlit uplands that he characterizes as the world after Germany is defeated, and he also talks about the abyss of a dark new age that he calls Nazi Germany. So right now he's really trying to create contrast between what's Britain fighting for good and Germany fighting for evil. And he also uses anaphora. He says that upon this battle depends the survival of Christian civilization. Upon it depends our very own British lives. So he's also really trying to use repetition to show to his audience that this war is really important. We need to fight it, otherwise our entire lives will be changed. And if you notice in that previous sentence, he also used a little bit of ethos because he talked about the Christian church. So he's giving himself legitimacy because he's basically allying himself with the Christian church. He's saying, I'm defending Christendom from this evil empire, which is Nazi Germany. So another reason why he had to actually give this speech was because a lot of people in Britain were really frustrated at the time because Britain didn't provide a lot of aid to France before France surrendered. So people were asking him, why didn't we provide more help? So he had to use a lot of logos to say, okay, we had to keep manpower for our battle at home. Britain doesn't have a lot of manpower to fight abroad, so we have to keep our power concentrated in Britain so that we can defend from Germany. And finally, he uses a lot of pathos in this speech. This speech is mostly pathos because he really wants to convey an emotion to his audience. He wants the people of Britain to feel patriotic, to feel like they have to defend their country. He also wants the people of America to feel like they're comrades of Britain, and they also have a responsibility in fighting this war. And so see if you can catch that in the segment which I'll say now, because this is the last 2 paragraphs of the speech where he really sums up the speech, and he uses the most pathos in these 2 paragraphs. What General Vigan has called the Battle of France is now lost. The Battle of Britain is about to begin. Upon it depends the survival of Christian civilization. Upon it depends our very own British lives and the long continuity of our empire and its institutions. The full fury and might of the enemy must soon be turned upon us. Hitler knows that he must break us at this island or lose the war. If we can stand against him, all Europe may be saved, and the world will move forward to broad, sunlit uplands. But if we should fail, then everything, including the United States, including all that we know and hold dear, will fall into the abyss of a dark new age, made more sinister, perhaps more protracted, by perverted science. Let us therefore brace ourselves, and so bear ourselves, so that if this empire and its commonwealth lasts for 1,000 years, men will still say, this was their finest hour. Thank you.